Hi, it's Lee from coloringqueen.net. I want to show you the latest book by Japanese artist Tomoko Tashiro. We might be familiar with Tomoko's work from her previous books, Fairy Tales and Princesses and Fairies, which I've reviewed previously. They're both gorgeous books by the same Japanese artist. This is her latest fantasy colouring book, and just like the others, it has the same format. Beautiful pink and blue printing on the cover. It's a removable dust jacket. On the back there is line art that you can colour in, and just like all her work, it is incredibly fine and detailed. This is definitely one where you need your fine liners and your pencil sharpener. Fold out flap. There's nothing to colour on the inside here, but you can colour this lovely card cover. It's sort of like a olivey, shiny olive cover on here, and it's got some lovely artwork on there in the shape of a spade. Nothing on the inner cover. And then we have this beautiful front title page full of lovely little stars and tiny little patterns. And she has a very delicate hand about her artwork, so everything is very fine and delicate. As you can see from this beautiful lady over here, it's very finely detailed. Now this is a fairy tale book like all of her others, and it reflects stories. Obviously some of the text I'm not going to be able to read because it's in Japanese, but we can get the sort of gist of different fairies. Now this one has the image basically all over on one side of the page and really nothing much over here. So it's a sort of a bit of a disappointment. Now the first picture that we're looking at is from the Secret Garden fairy tale, and this is packed full of tiny images. So just have a look at that. Very tiny little leaves and tiny little flowers. All of the illustrations have been printed on both sides of the paper, and the paper is a slight cool white. It's a medium quality paper, and all of the line art is done in a dull black and an extremely fine hand. This book packs a lot of tiny details into small spaces, so it's not one if you've got eyesight issues or if you have, say, arthritis in your hands, because these are very delicate little drawings that this lady does. If you're using pencils, you're going to have that pencil sharpener handy. And if you're using Prismacolors, make sure you use the very thins, the hardcore pencils, for these smaller details, or otherwise your soft Prismacolors, your Premieres, are just going to need sharpening every 5 seconds. This is Wizard of Oz, and we've got the lovely witch there. And this is from the cover illustration that's been reproduced. And Beauty and the Beast. Alice in Wonderland. And all the lovely little playing cards over here. This is a nice simple pattern. Might be a bit of relief after doing tiny intricate drawings like this. Let's just have a look at how fine these drawings are. Really, you're going to need gel pens or something for that. Really, they're just, some of those details like the hair, etc., are just too fine for a pencil. Daddy Longlegs. The Red Shoes, one of my favourite movies of all time. "12 Months." "Night on the Milky Way Train." I've never heard of this story, so I must have had a deprived childhood. Very simple little birdies on a little leaf vine swing there. Then at the rear of the book we have a little bit about the stories. Obviously I can't read that text, but it covers all of the illustrations. Then we have the visual index that so many artists are now including in their colouring books. And we finish up with just a little afterword by the artist and a little bit about the artist here. So a lovely, lovely colouring book, very fine, very delicate, and a lovely complement to her previous colouring books, all based on fairy tales. So if you're a fairy tale fan and you've got good eyesight and a big packet of fine liners, this might be the book for you. Until next time, happy colouring.